Alright, I'm guessing that ended, and I didn't catch it. Sorry about that. I'm looking to see if it actually worked like it did yesterday. No, apparently it did not because I didn't click the start button. So let me hit start right here. I'm just curious as if it's really that simple to do. Hey Darren, welcome in. You're the very first person to join us in chat that I'm aware of. Apparently that is not working. So let me go back over here to my OBS. Yeah, it keeps saying, you know what, I think, let me go back down here to Facebook, YouTube. Now I'm going to hit start. Nope, that's not working. Failed to connect to the stream. So it worked yesterday, and it did not. Hey, Demon Sweat, hello. Good to see you. I'm going to have to go figure out why, because every time I do this it says failed to start, and I'm not sure why. Unless I need to go live video here first and then go back down to here and see if that'll do it. Nope. Oh well. Yet another problem to figure out. But it worked yesterday, and I've got to figure out to get it to work because I'm going to need it to work at some point in time. And I shouldn't have to go in there and reset it all, but no big deal. Oh, look! L&K presents, and now obviously the cat's out of the bag, or I have a second wife I don't know about. Hello, hubby. Good noon. Hello, subs and subscribers. Good day to all of us. Audio is a little low. Yeah, I've been having issues with my audio, so let's go in here and I'll crank it up to there. So how is the audio now? I should put a poll in chat and ask if we should make L&K Presents a mod or not. That is Lorna. Lorna Ken Presents. That was kind of something we were planning. So let me know how audio is now in the chat room, please. I would appreciate it. And if that one didn't do it, then I will adjust another one and move that one back. So the whole purpose of this is to, believe it or not, there is a purpose to this. I just didn't put it in the presentation. I'm going to take my little cup of coffee as Darren's having his little cup of tea. So I got an email, and someone wants to learn OBS. And there's a couple ways to go about doing that in my mind. Right off the top of my head was, hey, no worries, we can connect through TeamViewer, and then I can walk you through the steps while I'm doing it, or I can connect you to TeamViewer and I can watch what you're doing to see if you do anything wrong. Oh, I don't know. She's trying to be funny. This is a carryover from last night. Not karaoke, carryover from last night. So, that's funny. Oh, she already is a moderator. Why is she not showing up in blue, I wonder? That's weird. Huh. Oh, no, there it is. I clicked on the wrong thing. Now she's a moderator, so when she puts her next thing in, she'll be part of the Blue Wrench crew. Yay. Speaking of Blue Wrench crew, I got another email today, this morning, about someone that muted someone. And I don't want to go down the Doug road, but unless it's something vulgar or it's going on for a very long, consistent, long time, you can let stuff like that go. In fact, things like that, I'll probably catch it and get rid of it long before you will. I knew who that one was, that's why I let it go. And if you'll go back and look at it, you'll notice I said I know who that is before I even went into Zoom to check. So, you talking to me? You talking to me? Oh wait, you guys can't see me because I don't have a camera. Thanks guys, Darren. Thanks for letting me know there was no camera. I appreciate that. What are you going to do? There we go. Now, does it show up? Did it show up? Oh my goodness, it's right there. Is it going to show up though? Okay, so the auto's a little bit better. So I did make one adjustment on this, and now my camera shows being here, but I don't see my beautiful, wonderful, lovely face on the screen. Where is this at? Interesting. Is this going to be a day of this not working the way I want it to? So there it is. If I hide the display, okay, so if I hide the display, ta-da, there I am. Now I'm still working on, now I need to make some adjustments to this, obviously, because it's really off here, but I'll worry about that later. But now if I bring this back, that hides that. Why is that? Let me go into here. Aha! So there's a setting in this setting that's not allowing the camera to run, and there is in this one. So I'll just use this one. That's fine. That'll work. So this is, anyone that's been with me for a day or two knows I'm working on setting up a chat amongst vets and other people, civilians. Hopefully I can get it off the ground. My target date's sort of kind of going to be Sunday, but I haven't concreted that yet, so to speak. So back to the original thing. I can't obviously download this again and install it, but what I did do and what I have been doing is in the notes, target date's sort of kind of going to be Sunday. I have put links to everything that I'm using, and in no particular order because I haven't done it yet. I use DaVinci Resolve for all my video editing. I use OBS to stream. I just downloaded Wondershare Filmora 2 days ago, and I'm gonna keep learning it. Pretty cool things in there I like. And then I downloaded Blender because I watched a video, and it just it's intense. So if you click on this link and it takes you to the page, OBS Open Broadcaster software, you get Windows, Mac, and Linux, or Linux, I don't know how you say it. I think it's Linux. And I'm going to have to teach the L&K person that when you want to speak to someone specifically, you tap the Shift 2, which is the @ sign, and then you type the first 2 letters of their name, and it pops up, and then you hit enter, and then you hit the next one, and you learn the alphabet. And then you put in your message. Back to this. So click on the link. It's going to take you to obsproject.com. It's going to bring up the blue screen, OBS Open Broadcaster software. Then you just click on your operating system, and you hit Windows, and it'll download it automatically, or it should download it. I would imagine this works in all browsers. So let me go back a page. Let me copy the link address. Go open Firefox up. Oh, that's cool. I gotta remember what I was doing there. Right click, paste. Now that's going to take me back to YouTube, I bet. Yep, I'm sure I want to use YouTube because of the way I did it. So I'm going to go to site, and it works. So whatever you're using, and I'm sure I could demonstrate it in Microsoft Edge too, but I'm not an Edge person, so I'm not going to do that. So we get it downloaded. We go back over here. We get it downloaded, and you go into your downloads, and I do things so odd sometimes. Show in folder, make sure it's there. But obviously I'm not going to reinstall it because I have it reinstalled. This is a plugin I put in a couple days ago to make the ability to be able to broadcast on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time for the vet thing I've got coming up that I'm going to try to get going. So you just install it as you would any other program, but I'm not going to because it will install. Once it's installed, it will put smells like dinner's being burnt. It'll put your icon on here on your desktop, and then I always throw it down here on the start taskbar, whatever it is. Jeff, how are you? Oh, now that we got a few people in chat, do we want to do a Zoom session, which is normal for us? And should I just start that automatically when I start the stream? So, in anticipation of what I think the answer is going to be, I will go ahead and it's not going to start the video, which is fine because I have the camera running in OBS, which is fine. I'm good to go with that. I think it's not. I think it's right here. Homemade enchiladas. Boy, does that sound good. So we're going to right click paste. There we go. It's in there for Darren. Robert, good afternoon. It's in there for anyone that wants to join with or without a camera. Audio's fine. We have no qualms about that whatsoever. So I'm going to let that run in the background. So back to where I was, which was once we get it down, we get it in our downloads, my bad, and we get it on our desktop, and you get it in here, just open it up, and the scenes will be blank and the sources will be blank. You have to have a scene, you have to have a source. So if I click on add a scene right here, and we're going to call this training. I should put the name in there, but I won't. That's a bridge I'm wondering how I'm going to cross, actually. Jeff is joining us. Afternoon, Jeff.
Hey.
You'll notice the beard's gone. Or if you didn't, I'll point it out, the beard's gone.
Well, you know, I'm starting a goatee.
Well,
I didn't have anything else to do while I was in quarantine. So.
Yeah, I understand that. They're going to take some samples. I've got things that aren't right on my face. And I went in a while back and they took this big old thing and they put it up against my skin and took 90 million pictures of it. Well, now the next step, obviously, is they're going to slice some of it off, test it, and see what it is.
You can't tell, but this ear, my left ear, had a big chunk cut out of it earlier this year. I let a skin cancer go too long.
Well, that's primarily why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I want to make sure. It's better to be. I was
in the dermatologist's office nearly 8 hours.
Whoa.
They would slice off a little bit and then go look at it under the microscope.
Right then and there?
Yep. They kept doing that until they reached the point where there was no more cancer.
Okay. That makes sense.
And I had such a big notch out of it, they had to do a couple of hours of reconstructive surgery on my ear.
So this is interesting. Jeff and I are the only two that are talking, but I've got music. And Darren is the only other one I see in the Zoom. Unless I started something over here, which is possible. So let me minimize that and go check something out over here. Could be me again. It was yesterday. So I'm going to shut that one. I don't need that one. I don't need that open. I don't need that open. That's not running.
I don't know how your doctors are there. If you were still in Vegas, I would give you some advice.
There. So where's the noise coming from? Has someone joined us in Zoom and got themselves masked? I just see Darren, who's muted. Are you hearing music, Jeff?
No.
It's on my end. Now I'm starting to hear things. Oh, that's not good.
Hallucination is a sign of old age.
At least it's halfway decent music. I mean, it could be worse.
Okay.
I just. Oh, you know what? I know where it's at. It's right here. That's playing. Music's gone. I should have started that. That's pretty cool. All right, so back to you open OBS, and you have to have a scene. I am.
Your YouTube is completely black to me at the moment.
No, say it is. Oh yeah, it is right now because I am doing a tutorial on how to use OBS. So yes,
Okay.
it was blank, and I
Okay.
started a new scene.
Hello.
Catherine Hauserman in the house.
Hey, Catherine.
Welcome back. Darren's still muted.
Hello.
Robert, you said you are in the Zoom session? I don't see you. So, you guys are good. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to go back over here. So, yeah, Jeff brought up a good point. He's only seen a black screen because if you're not on a specific scene, which this is the main scene that I use because that way it projects everything on my background, what I'm doing. So there's the desktop, and it wait for this wonderful delay. Well, that's not too bad. That's about 15 seconds.
One thing I've been wondering about on your screens, a lot of time, like you got a screen within a screen within a screen that's going off to infinity.
Right.
How are you doing that?
I'm not. That's OBS. I'll show you that in just a second. I really want to
Okay,
figure out.
well, it's-
Everyone, Doug's
Turtles all the way down.
right. Doug has that. Carrie has that. I don't know of anybody that live streams that doesn't have that at some point in time.
Okay.
In fact, Kerry did a very interesting thing once with that where he was like, okay, let's let this run and then let's try to count how many we have. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9 streams. This is my blur screen. It'll pop up in a second. I'm going to try. Yeah, it's not connecting to Facebook for some reason. Oh, you were just you were hearing the music, so Robert was here. So the music must have been going out over the live stream, but not on Zoom. Interesting.
Right. I've got my live stream muted.
Yeah,
So I don't get the feedback. I'm
Right.
just listening on
Yeah.
Zoom.
So this is my what I call my blur screen, and I was just playing around. I would like to eventually figure out how to make my name anchor to or about where I'm at, sort of like what Doug does. And then as the globe rotates, I want that to stay with it. And my other scenes, big old me, which we really don't need. Then I did one called YouTube Music, where I was going to try to have down here in this corner right here, as a matter of fact, YouTube Music playing, but I kind of gave up on that. Then I've got one
And
called...
Doug explained one time how he attached everybody's name to specific locations.
Oh, it's Google
I guess
Earth.
that-
I've looked into it. It's...
And I played around with that a little bit. I haven't
Yep.
been successful yet, although
Yep.
I didn't try very hard.
Yep. Yep. So I'll come back. Remember, I'm on YouTube Music. I'm going to jump down here. Your screen's going to go dark because I've created the scene, but I don't have any sources. So you've got to remember... That'll play for days. You got to remember you have to have a scene first, and then you have to have a source. You got to tell that scene, what do you want to do? Do you want to see the camera? Do you want to see a video? Do you want to see a picture? Do you want whatever you want? So this will all fall into place in just a second. So I'm going to go back to my new scene. I'm going to create a source, and that source will be my display. I already have it, so I'm going to use one that I'm using, and there is the cascading infinity mirror effect, if you whatever you want to call it, that Jeff was referring to. And for the life of me, I haven't figured out how to get rid of it. I think it would be cool to get rid of it, but you can
Well, I
do
think
this.
It's kind of cool, actually, but I just wondered if it was something you had to deliberately.
No,
create.
in fact, it was something I deliberately was trying to get rid of and couldn't do it.
Okay.
So now you guys can see. Let me bring up my magnifier here. So now you can see right here, scenes. This one's got a display. I think Darren's saying something in Zoom. So you start out with a scene, and it was blank until I put something for it to do, which was the display. So now this is what it's doing. So if I want to put my camera in here, you're going to go down and add a source. You're going to click add. You're going to grab video capture device. Now here's how naive or technologically old I am. When I first started doing this, I'm going through this list going, where's the camera? I need a camera. I want a camera. Couldn't find it. Then it dawned on me, oh wait, video capture device. Just old age, I guess. So you'll see I have the option of creating a new camera or adding an existing camera. Well, because I'm lazy, I'm going to attempt, and I'm going to go with camera 1, and I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to bring and there it is. I'm back. It's the exact same scene right now as my second scene, except the pictures are, one's in the left. Wow, this is crazy. It's backwards. One's in the left, one's in the right. And that's crazy that my right hand is the left and my left hand is the right. Now we're really going to get confused. Let's not go there. So, as long as it's got the red box, you can left click and put this anywhere you want. And you can size it wherever you want.
Now, all this is within OBS.
All this is in OBS, yes.
And that's what controls your live stream.
That's what I'm using. Doug uses XSplit, and there are other platforms, and right now they're not coming to mind.
Kerry has mentioned OBS in the past.
I thought he was using OBS at one time, but I don't know. Now, right now, today, oh, there we go. That got rid of. That's cool. Now, my next step with this is I actually want to, for lack of not knowing how to put this, I want to evolve this, and I want to take everything that's behind me and make it either go away, maybe a green screen, or I want to bring me to the forefront, because I've seen live streams where this picture right here, oop, wrong one, try that again, go my camera. This picture right here is actually down in the lower left corner where you guys can't see it, and it's in what I call the forefront. But that's the basics of OBS, and you can do about 500,000 other little things with it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll just leave this one running, because right now it's the same as my first scene. There's no sense bouncing back and forth. Over here. So, yes, Catherine, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. My cat is trying to scratch my foot.
Well, can you teach your cat to scratch my back?
Oh yeah, that would be the better idea.
We'll
Yeah,
figure out the shipping back and forth somehow and get that taken care of. All right, so hopefully that little bit right there, although it was a little fast, gives you the basics of where to go, which is go to YouTube, in the notes down here are what I use. Click on OBS. It's going to bring it up. You've got your 3 different sources, Windows, Mac, and Linux. Click on it. It'll download it. You install it like you install anything. Once it gets installed, you have to have a source. You have to have a scene, and then you have to have a source. That's the 2 basic things. And then the other thing, and earlier... Pardon?
Capture card in your computer?
I have no capture card in my computer. And that was one of the questions that was asked, if I would need a capture card. What I think I might do is I might put a really small virtual machine on this new machine of mine, and then put OBS inside of that. That way it's all brand new, and there's I can show what I want to do. So I have 2 problems today that I got to work on. I want this to work on Facebook, and every time I try it says I failed to connect to the stream. So I've got to figure that out. Not a big deal.
So what is the video capture device you were referring to earlier?
My Logitech C170 camera.
Okay, so it's just the camera.
It's just a camera, right? It's just, so you have many things in here, and you hit plus, and you have audio input capture, and then there's an icon of a microphone, so that makes sense. Audio output capture, which speakers, browser, color source. I've never messed around with color source. Display capture is what I'm using right now. I don't play games, so game capture. Image slide image slide show. Media source scene. I can put text in here. VLC source, which I've never done. Then your video capture. Window capture, which is really interesting. And then group. And then your other things that you have to be aware of is right here you have your mixer. Earlier in the stream I was told it was really low, and I made one slight adjustment and they said it was better. I don't know, I've got everything muted except my headphones, and that way I can hear everybody on Zoom. Because if I so much as come over here to my one I monitor chat with, said it was better. I don't know, I've got everything muted except my headphones. Here in a minute you're going to hear a huge whistle, and that way I can hear everybody and feedback. Because if I so much as come over here to my one I monitor chat with, then it was better. I don't know, I've got this is one of those Microsoft moments. Here in a minute you're going to hear a huge whistle, and that way I can hear everybody and feedback. Because there's the echo. I can hear the echo. I don't know if you guys can yet or not.
I can hear a faint whistle in the background.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I'm going to remute that. We're cool. So Robert says he's about to join just to say he was hearing the music. Yeah. So what the music was I believe Robert sent me this, and it automatically came on for some reason. Now, let me know if you guys hear that in the YouTube stream. I'm guessing no one's hearing it in YouTube. Only I can hear it in my headphones. So I'm going to pause it.
Yeah. I've only got Zoom audio, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so where was I? Okay, I was going to show you over here, right here. Go to my storage, go to my, is it in here? No, it is not. It's in here, it's in here, it's in here. Okay, so Demon Sweat said he was hearing music. So these are all the OBS videos I did back in whenever. March, I believe, February. I don't know why the dates are like they are, because the dates are really wrong. I don't think there's any copyright violations. So this is when I was first learning it. No, this is not when I was first learning it, because I can tell by the background this is after I flipped my computer. So let me go find one. Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong spot. These are all videos I've created in recording. So there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 30. There's 33 of them. I rarely do recordings. I like to do things live. Much more fun. Much, making mistakes and whatnot. Let me figure out real quick where that's at. So this is one I did, obviously, after I'd flipped it around too, because that's when I was setting my aquarium up. I want to show you guys some of the effects I have, is what I'm looking for. That might be where my virtual machine video is at. Man, this is crazy. Is it in desktop? It might be in desktop. Yeah, here we go. So everything in here, I would go search the internet for pictures and music off of royalty-free websites. All of this is royalty-free, with the exception of maybe Tom Hanks and with the exception of maybe Christopher Walken. They might not be copyright-free. And I've employed all of these at one point in time. Now I'm going to start this one, and I got the volume turned down. So Robert and I were talking about this, about how tranquil having a fish tank is with the movement of the water. This is extremely tranquil, and I've used it before, and it's 10 seconds long, so it just loops over and over and over again. It's cool. I really like it. Do I have another one somewhere? I think it's right here. Maybe not. Yeah, I think I put that to music, but apparently not. But I did put this to music in another one where it was sort of like the old song Popcorn, but it wasn't popcorn, it was similar. And I'm not hearing anything, so. But yeah, I mean, it's involved, and I use, in fact, there's the Earth without my name. And I really wished I could remember where I got these. These are orchids. I use those on my Facebook gardening group. I've used this picture before. I think that's cool. And I've used this picture, all off of sites that are copyright free. So back to here. If I click plus, and I go up to text, I have, if you create a new one, you just give it a name, and this is just going to call it text. You hit OK. You can change, it's basic. Think back to when the first program came out where you could do text, and it's escaping my mind what they were, but nothing has really changed that much. So you go in here and you put your text, and then you can change the font by clicking right here. You can type in the first letter, I think, then it'll go down to the C's, and I think you can do COM. I like Comic Sans MS, I don't know why, and then it changes it. Then you can change the size right here, the font style. So let's go bold italic, and we're going to make it size 10, which is going to be super huge. Oh, that's horrible. Let's go back to 7 and see how that looks. That's even horrible too. Now, is that horrible because why? Ooh, that's cool. Now, I have never experienced this before as far as it changing like that, so I don't know what's going on. Clearly blurred. Blurred not only, you can change the color, which that doesn't solve the blurriness, I know. No. So Control Z, I finally found a program that Control Z does not work. That's cool. That makes it worse. So what did I do? I changed my font from Arial, and I changed the size from what I thought was 7, and I didn't have any effects, so that should fix it, but it doesn't. So let's go see if, nope, that's clearly blurred. Wow, that is interesting. Now it's like it never happened because I didn't save anything. So I'm going to start over. I'm going to go add a scene. I'm going to add text. I'm just going to call it what it is. I'm going to hit OK. I'm not going to change anything. And there it is. I'm going to hit OK. Then I can move this text wherever I want. I can size it however I want. And as we all know through DaVinci Resolve, I can probably start it over here off the screen and have it go scrolling across wherever I want. Now I'll let you in on a little secret. You can do the same thing in OBS. You don't have to use DaVinci Resolve. I just have not taken the time to figure out how to do it. There are 100 guys that show you different things to do this. With me, I'm good with this. I did like in the beginning playing around with different pictures and having things happen, but I'm good with the basics. And besides, if I'm going to do anything like this, I'm going to continue to either use DaVinci Resolve or figure out how to do it in Wondershare. So that is that. Now, if you want to get rid of it, so let's say we like that, we hit enter, and we leave that right there, and then we go over there. Not there. That's cool. But to get rid of it, you just go into your source, highlight what you want, and you hit this minus button right here, and it'll prompt you, are you sure? And it never happened. You can also right click on your source, put filter on it, transform, which I've not done. Let's see if I do this, what happens? Nothing. I thought that would maybe flip the camera, but it didn't. That worked. I am now 90 degrees. Interesting. And a lot of this stuff I probably ought to do off camera and just play around with it, and then if I come across something I find to be relatively interesting, I should then do a live stream. So hopefully that answers the email. And like I said, I could get on TeamViewer and do it, and I could either do it for someone or I could walk them through doing it. It's real simple to do. There's just nothing to it. Now I've tried out XSplit. It's basically the same thing. That's what Doug uses. I got an email. Do what, Catherine?
I use XSplit too when I stream.
Right.
I find it easier than OBS.
Well, I think if I would have started, if someone would have said, hey, use XSplit, I probably would be using XSplit because I had no knowledge of either OBS or XSplit, and I would have went with whatever is comfortable for me or whatever I learned. By jumping into XSplit 3 months after I learned OBS, it's basically the same. I was actually able to use it. I just found it somewhat confusing. This coming from the guy that now has Blender and Wondershare Filmora. Confusing. So anyway, if that doesn't answer the question, hopefully the person will watch the stream and they'll get back with me in email. And I'll be more than happy to cook up with them in either TeamViewer or however they want to do it.
I use like the dumbed down version of XSplit. It's called Gamecaster.
So there's different versions of it? Maybe that's what I did wrong.
The really basic version is called Gamecaster.
I'll check it out. I will check it out. So Darren must not be through with his tea. He let me know he just got home from work a little bit ago and was having some tea. I see Robert's in the Zoom. I posted the link in chat, right? Yeah, I did. I see it. Those of you that weren't here earlier, my wife joined and she was trying to be funny, and that was just a carry on from last night.
So it wasn't a live stream, it was a wife stream.
Yeah. Well, she actually agreed last night. That's a good one. I like that. She actually agreed last night in principle that we will do a live stream together sometime, but she wants to have a specific topic to cover rather than the way that I am, which I start with one thing and end up talking about something else. Hi, Gary. Welcome into the Zoom.
Hello.
Are you on lunch break?
No, I left early.
Oh, okay.
First time I've done that in like 3 months.
Cool. Okay, so who doesn't have their volume muted or turned down? Okay, don't everybody talk at once so I can figure out who it is.
Doesn't sound like anybody does it.
Not me.
No, that's not Darren. No, it's gone now, so
Me.
that's cool. And I don't
Well,
think. Let me check my.
I have it muted too.
Yeah, I think we all do because we get on Zoom and that way we're good to go. And then anyone that's not on Zoom, like Demon Sweat, he can hear the audio on the live stream and everything's good. So, Darren, let me ask you a quick question. When I went live on YouTube,
Last
I
night.
clicked right here on start and it started just like that. Awesome.
Yep.
I like this little modifier we put in there. But watch what happens when I try to go to Facebook. I'm going to go back to the Facebook source. I'm going to hit start and it says fail to connect to the stream. And I don't
Back up. You backed it up last night and it worked straight away afterwards.
I know it worked just fine. That's again, here again, I make an effect. 10 days later, I forget the effect. I do
Really?
something in my
I did
computer.
record to me of that last night.
Yeah, I can go
Yes.
back and watch it.
Test.
Somebody's saying test, 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 test.
It wasn't me.
I don't see any new names.
Nope.
So who's the test culprit?
It was me, I think.
It didn't sound like you though.
Is it actually working?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, you're working.
Okay.
We haven't been bombed yet. That's cool. I think it's about the third or fourth stream we usually get someone that joins us that is not.
Well, someone bombed it last night.
Yeah, Charlie Doe, or Doe, however you say it.
Not that one.
Yeah, he was all right. And right now I don't mind. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I don't mind as long as they're not obnoxious or vulgar or showing videos of things that shouldn't be shown. That's cool. I'm good with
It's
it.
not that one.
So, the one from last night.
Ah.
Let me see. So, does anyone have any questions about OBS?
Yeah, actually I do, because I keep watching what you're doing. Can you make letters go across the screen
Yes, you can.
continuously, like rapping?
Yes, you're talking about. What did I go to that one for? Oh, by the way, they barely won. Indiana beat Eastern Michigan. Is Eastern Michigan a big basketball school?
Don't know.
Well, I think both the players are in school.
Both the players.
No, not really. It's
Well, I thought they would be like every other cupcake first game they had. They win by 40 points, and they only won by 6. So,
it's not that well.
well, Indiana's been down a few years. So you're talking about, can it do that right there?
Oh. Yep.
Where? I'm sorry, I didn't catch
Well, it'll catch up. It's me.
it. Oh,
It's the lag between what I see and what you see.
okay.
10 seconds.
Take a look right at the here.
So you're talking about having it scroll across like that?
Like what?
It'll show up. I'll let you know when. Okay, so the stream should be showing subscribe YouTube, and my name should be scrolling across the middle of the screen.
And that is what I want.
Okay, yes, you can do that. I do it in DaVinci Resolve, but you can also
Can I
do
get
it.
it? I'm sorry.
No,
Can
go
I get
ahead.
it like a? Can I get it like a standalone after it's done, almost like compiling a program or something?
You can do it in here. I just haven't taken the time to figure out how to do it. There's 1,000 million things you can do in here.
I want to. Besides what you can do, I want to get 2 pictures on it, one at each end, and something vulgar but not vulgar.
So you want to? Okay, so you want to add a picture?
on each side.
Okay, so do we care what the image is?
And for now, no. I'm actually serious. You know, like, don't touch this. The computer, and on both sides, grandkids, granddaughters.
I'll just go for the copyright violation. How's that?
That'll work.
Why not? I haven't gotten one in a while.
No, okay, so you're saying.
My brother's a big Tom Petty fan, so I sent him this yesterday for his birthday.
What's wrong with him?
Tom Petty passed away.
Well, I know. I meant your brother.
You meant what's wrong with my brother?
Yeah, I don't like Tom Petty.
Well, since he's not watching and you ask, no.
And Dave Matthews, I don't like.
Oh, I like Dave Matthews. His music is great. His acting is horrible. So there's a picture here. That's a static picture. Now the test will be, I'm going to get out of OBS completely. In my main scene, I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to minimize zoom. I'm going to shut off my icons, and then that should hopefully have on the stream a green black background, picture in the left, and my camera on the right. And we'll wait for the Microsoft moment. I know an effect I want to go get. So is the YouTube stream showing Tom Petty upper left, me in lower right with the headphones and a green t-shirt?
Yes.
So Gary, is that kind of what you were wanting to do?
Hold on 1 second. I was just looking at something else.
Really?
No, same concept. So I show you. No, what I want is like the best birthday ever. Just scroll right where it is across the screen, and then at the end of the 3 asterisks, the 3 exclamation points, have a picture, and have that keep looping.
Okay.
You see what I'm
And I'm
saying?
guessing you want to attempt to do this in OBS?
No, I actually want to attempt to do it outside of those. So like, have it made, then have it standalone.
Look, everybody, my first DaVinci Resolve customer.
For $5, it's the best deal I ever made.
Okay, so we'll go into here. Yeah, Darren.
I think he was joking with what I said.
Actually, let's do this. Minimize. Oh, shut up.
They've been around a while.
Web. Where's that off of? Oh, who cares? Can I download it? Nope. Wrong one to get. Try this one. Can I download this? Are you seriously? I can't download this stuff? I bet I can do it this way, though. And I don't care what it's called. Minimize. We're going to go back into DaVinci Resolve. We're going to grab that cake by importing media. I'm going to go to my downloads. There it is. Preview. You can drag it down, or you can just hit open down here. And it didn't join us. Why didn't it join us? Well, thanks everybody. I'll be here Saturday. No, I'm kidding. Open. Why is that not going in there? Am I in the right tab on my net? Import media.
I liked it when Tom Petty was playing backup, but I didn't like it when he was lead guitar.
Everyone that I've talked to says he was a super, unless that's image. Really? I can't use that cake? Doggone it. This is a first. I've never not been able to not download something and put it where I want to put it. We'll just pick on Doug. No, we won't pick on Doug. So, is this stuff going in there? No, it's not. Okay.
Well, my webcam was working at one time.
Oh, I've got zoom minimized. Yeah, it's dark now. You might look down on the lower second one in from the left. It says start video. Mine won't because I'm using it over in OBS, which that brings up another good point. So,
It says fail to start video camera. Please select another video camera.
are you using your camera in any other application?
That's what I know of.
Okay, so I know mine's being used right now over here in Zoom. And if I shut it off, I go away. And again, I got to let the stream catch up. But I still can't use it in Zoom because I just shut it off. It's
I
still
wonder if my VM is having effect on it.
might. It
Yeah.
might. Because what I have to do is I have to go back into OBS. I have to right-click properties. I have to deactivate the camera. And as soon as I deactivate the camera, I can come over here to Zoom and I get the camera back. Kind of weird. So the timing on this is going to work out really good. There's 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, and it's 1:32, which means I got to run Mrs. Lorna or L&K Presents to work, and I will be back. I want to address Gary's thing. I want to see if I can remember from memory how to do it. It's really simple, Gary.
Yeah.
You want the whole picture and the whole background, though, right? You don't want to just like you don't want, like, if I bring Tom Petty in here, doggone it, why is this, maybe I need to restart. I don't know. Or, here, let's make Catherine happy. You think, no, the other Catherine.
Oh. Okay.
Oh!
What? I'm confused.
So, normally when someone, not mention anyone's name, L&K Presents, when she says something like that, I'm like, no, your other sister. And she looks around the room for her sister, and it's like hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to import.
God, do you see that dead bird out the window? And you look out.
Do I see a dead bird when I look out the window?
Yeah, now look up. What's the joke? In other words, I asked my wife that, first thing she did was look up.
Oh,
Dead bird.
even though you said look out the window?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
In other words, dead bird would be on the ground, not on the sky.
I don't know. I've seen dead birds in trees. They just kind of sit there until they go. Okay, so here we put our picture in. And then I think, can I not extend that so the picture runs like for days? Yeah, you can. Okay, so now the next thing is you want text to scroll across the middle.
Okay, I got one for you.
Oh, can I? Go ahead.
No, no, this isn't a joke. I'm going to take a quick look at.
Okay.
This is kind of. How are you?
You're less than a minute.
Yep, I'm watching it. So it'll cut off. Hopefully one of us is starting to say something that may or may not be appropriate, and it'll go poof like it did with Black Watch last night. And that was hilarious. And I know he thinks I did it, but I did not. And as soon as it was over, I got a text from Tony Wallow, and he goes, that was so funny, it's priceless. And it was. It really was. I would, if I was going to cut someone off, I'd message him, and I daggone it, I knew it, but I forgot I'm live streaming, so I can't. Good thing I didn't say anything bad. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll be back live. Gary, hold your thought. If you have specific things you want and I can access them, let me know, and I'll see if I can create it. I will restart my computer to figure out what's up with DaVinci Resolve, and maybe it has something to do with the fact that I've got all these tabs open. I don't know. Appreciate everyone being here. Gary, send me a brainteaser.com. So, Brian Stetzer, Stray Cats. Love their music. Both Stray Cats and Brian Setzer. Awesome music. Absolutely awesome. And anyway. Right, the Zoom ended. Thank you, Catherine. It did. I'm not going to restart it because I got less time to get her to work, and I don't want to get started and have to rush because I'll leave the stream on. So I'll be back later. Jeff, thank you for being here. Darren, Demon Sweat, Catherine, Gary, Robert, thanks. Like I said, if there's more questions on OBS, shoot me an email, or when we're live next time, ask me in chat. We will be back. We will continue with Gary's birthday project. Meanwhile, I'm off to find that dead bird. Bye, everybody.